Welcome, everyone.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's Adam Post, Vinny T, and Simon Simportier. How you guys doing?
Pretty good, my
Marvelous.
friend. Pretty good.
Fantastic, fantastic. Guys, I kind of wanted to get to you guys together just to do a quick live stream. I'm always kind of amazed to see people not understand, people outside of Comicsgate that are like, well, all right, Comicsgate is cool and everything, but why are you guys not out promoting comics? You say you love comics and you want to promote creators. Why are you not promoting, other comics that are not Comicsgate if you love comics so much? I mean, there are people that do it for drama, I guess, but then there are people that just seem to be like completely confused about it. Hey, it's Peter. Hey, Peter in the chat. What's
Hey, Peter.
going on?
Hell, Peter.
He's the best.
You know Peter.
Yeah.
Hail the postman is right. Hey, Shadowhawk, good to see you, man. If you are a man, if you're a shadow, if you're a hawk, maybe you're a hawk. You could be a bird, for all I know. If anybody knows if Shadowhawk's a person or a bird, definitely fill us in. So Simon, how long have you been in CG? Because you were in before I was in.
I've been in CG since 2017.
Okay.
I was part of Gamergate.
Mm-hmm.
And, I was always I was always following Ethan. I discovered Zach through Ethan when he was doing before the Jawbreaker, and then the entire thing unveiled. And yeah, I've been there since the get-go.
The Drew Man Chew. He's cool people. Drew is Yeah, Hail Drew is right. Drew is a great. Oh, I didn't know Peter even drew. I didn't know you drew, Peter. Sorry, I should have known that. Oh yeah. You're kind of getting your courage up to do a book. You're getting your stuff together. It's going to happen. You'll show us your art when you're ready, Peter. We'd love to see it. Give you feedback.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Drew is a big supporter of other people too, which is pretty damn awesome.
Hell, Drew.
Half person, half hawk, like half motorcycle, half man, like that crazy auto insurance commercial. Yeah, that thing is freaking absolutely nuts. All right, Simon, so you've been in it a while, and Vinny, you were definitely of the ideals of Comicsgate when you first did Through the Woods.
Oh yeah, dude. I've had the ideals for fucking close to 20 years now.
Mm-hmm.
You're all about it.
Yeah.
And you're really loyal too. You back people up. I've definitely noticed that. You go out of your way.
Mm-hmm.
That's very cool. So I had this this tweet. I don't think it was from yesterday, where Ethan's responding to someone for the millionth time. That's exactly what Marvel does with DC Comics and vice versa. Marvel does not promote DC books. DC does not promote Marvel books. I'm not promoting anyone who isn't actively a part of Comicsgate. So, I mean, I feel the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Because, it's not just that, Vinny, like when Vinny was getting more popular with Comicsgate, and I knew some people that Vinny didn't know yet at the time, you see who kind of guy that Vinny is. You understand Vinny's Comicsgate. So one of the first things I did was make sure that Vinny knew where our Twitter groups were about. All right, here's other people that can help promote your work when you're doing your work. I was in a couple of the groups. War Campaign first put me in a couple groups after they were so kind as to have me on their show and really helped me out a lot.
Did that with me too. I mean, yeah, they've been really, really good.
Yeah,
But
same for me.
So you went on War Campaign too, Sim?
Yep. When I was at the end of my first campaign with Bloodhunt, they're technically the ones that found me, and brought me to everybody's attention. And we all know the story of my second campaign. I got funded in 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's
brothers.
Yeah. And now you have a bunch more projects coming.
Yep.
So if we don't do that stuff, oh, here we go. Through the Woods, hardcover collected edition from Vinny, in demand for just a little while. We got to show that. We're going to show it in a minute. We got to show your bookmark that you have because that is freaking awesome. Of course, College of the Dead, and also Blood Hunt. Drew, if you could please, Blood Hunt. I'm going to paste the link, and then Drew will have it. Blood Hunt is going to be in demand just a little while longer. Sorry, Vin?
Yeah. No, I was saying, I jumped the gun and I ordered the bookmarks, so at least I got that out of the way. But yeah, the main book and the ash cans will be printed at the start of April.
Okay. Wait, you said you're going to start shipping at the start of April?
No. I'm going to go to the printers.
Okay. So then a few weeks.
Yeah.
A few weeks. Very cool. Well, you obviously know how to ship books.
Yeah.
Everybody's learning how to get books printed from Vinny, and we're learning how to ship books.
And hopefully we won't get any delays because today, like on the War Campaign show, they said that Mixum was delayed a week for their shipping. So just so that everybody has a heads up, like me on my side, my printer is small, so I haven't had any a warning so far. But War Campaign's book have been delayed of a week, so just so everybody's aware.
What state are they printing out of? Do you know?
I think they printed theirs
you know
in
what?
the UK. I think.
No, their office is in the UK, but I think they're based in Illinois.
Yeah, they're based in different places, but Rose said that because of the volume and stuff, theirs had to be printed in the UK.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
Well, then that would explain why they're delayed. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think they had to use the press because they're printing over 1,000.
Okay. Well, they get it all figured out. Everybody's got great things to say about them for sure. But the thing I like with Comicsgate is like it's a thing where we're all promoting each other's books. You know, I'm happy to see Vinny having success with Through the Woods, and I'm happy to share Vinny's tweets for him. He's happy to share mine.
Yeah,
Simon, same there. Yeah, and then when we see each other succeeding, it's freaking awesome. We're just like, good for you, man. Let's get the next one out. Let's do the next one.
Totally. It's a brotherhood. That's why. I mean, that's the thing. That's the important thing, like about the groups and Twitter and all that, is we're getting the word out. But not only that, I mean, we're really helping one another. You know, if someone doesn't know what's going on, where to order certain things, boxes.
Reach out to us. We'll let you know. I have a Discord that has all that info that me, Adam, and Vinny, all the stuff that we found out. I put everything there. Like you have the Mixum address, you have the Transcontinental address, you have fulfillment thing, you have everything, even to help you write. God damn it, and create maps. Everything's there.
Cool.
It's
fucking brilliant.
Lefty and there's also a list of all the promoters and the campaigns. Sorry.
Lefty, that's very cool. Lefty Sock asks, "What is Comicsgate?" Do you have a good, quick answer for that, Simon?
Yes, it's the new revolution in independent comics. So we're on PC and we value the customer and creation, and pretty much it. Quality.
Yep, and we all help each other succeed through promoting each other through our YouTube channels, through hanging out on YouTube. We do it on Twitter as well. You can follow me in at Comics We Love. It's in the description, and you get to see projects I'm working on, but also projects everybody else is working on because I share everybody's projects. Vinny's Twitter manga. We do have some manga.
Yeah, we do manga. We even have a show called CG Manga with Vinny here.
Yeah.
And my Bloodhound is technically me doing a mix of manga and European and American comics. So yeah, I'm very much into manga.
And we have at least two manga books that are going out right now in Comicsgate.
Yeah, Blade Devil, Xenotype. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put the links in. Check these two out, Lefty Sock. Lefty Sock, believe it or not, this whole show is for you. You know, we want to. Well, it is. I mean, in a way, it's whether it's you or we want you to know about what we're doing, and you'll see the people. You get to meet the creators on YouTube and actually interact with us and ask us about projects, talk about what we're doing.
Yeah, we want to put an end to the stigma of Comicsgate. Comicsgate is not a company; it's an ideology, and we all live by it. And we're all our own little people in here, and we do the best that we can, and we support each other. And one of the things that we keep telling every creator is, one creator should are also backers and promoters. A retweet is as valuable sometimes as the money you put in a campaign.
It's true.
Absolutely.
And we support young creators. We support experienced creators. We just kind of support everybody that wants to make comics. And we share ideas about what's working for us, what's not working. What is the meaning of life? Cecil is the meaning of life. And that campaign is cash grab.
42.
40. That's from a movie.
That's from a book, actually. The Hitchhiker Guide.
Well, it's also a movie, but you prefer the book?
I prefer both, actually. The movie was a great adaptation. I just hope they did the rest. But now, we diverge.
Xeno is impressive.
Yep.
And you see what? This is okay. You know what? Here,
the artist on that book is only 19 years old. He's a phenom. This guy is amazing, and that's the quality he's putting out at 19. You know, and the writer, the creator of that book, Liam Gray, he's just a super talent.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
even if he works digital, he doesn't just work digital. He also paints and draws.
Yep.
So I just sent you a link to Vinny, who's just answered you, Lefty Sock, Left Sock, whatever you are. That's Vinny's project, Through the Woods. You can check him out. And this is Blood Hunt, Simon's project. And last but not least, I'll show you my project. You can check out our video trailers. You can kind of get an idea what the books are all about.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what we could all be doing, guys, is like, you know, Lefty Sock was cool to be like, well, what's Comicsgate? I don't know how Lefty Sock found us, or maybe a subscriber. Why is this crowdfunding, not a store? Well, Lefty Sock, you're asking great questions. Well, I mean, I'm looking at you, your face, like I'm having a conversation with you, and you're a sock. But that's completely fine. We don't discriminate against socks. We love socks,
Yep.
right and left, but mostly left ones, to be honest with you. Crowdfunding is really our focus because we're all independent creators. So each of us are really our own business people. You know, as you can look at our campaign, some of us, like Vinny, have put out Vinny, how many projects already have you completed on crowdfunding campaigns?
In 4 different campaigns, and I fulfilled 7 different books within those campaigns.
Okay, so Vinny has successfully done 4 different campaigns. I did 1, although I've been publishing comics for 30 years. So I did 1 so far, and I have another one currently called College of the Dead. And that's my new one. This is the Wild and Crazy Phil. Phil, how are you? We're just talking to Lefty Sock about Comicsgate. Hey, Bianca fights the zombies.
Hey.
Bianca likes us.
Hey, Bianca.
Hey.
Bianca's cool. So we're why crowdfunding and not a store. So we each are we use Indiegogo kind of as the store. That's the way that, you know, we're not taking your credit cards. We're not doing a lot of fulfillment and processing.
It's more about building a market so we can eventually end up in stores.
We're not in a store right now, but it's much easier for all of us to be able to, like, say, collect our orders because we're not big businesses, put all the advance orders together, and then ship out all the orders at once, and then all of the money is handled by Indiegogo, and that way, you know, your purchase is secure if you buy something, and you get what you're supposed to get, and it's fulfillment's done that way. Different creators may create their own stores and stuff like that and sell like their extra copies that way, but
also Indiegogo, when it goes in demand, it could act like a store, because I've done that with 2 of my other live campaigns right now, where you could go in there, you could purchase like City of Venus, my other book, and I ship it out the next step. So yeah, it all depends how it is, but mostly the crowdfunding is to help other creators pay for like artists or writers, letterers.
Exactly.
It's technically paying for the production of us, and you get a special edition of that book.
Right. If you guys are familiar,
I'd like to add one thing though on what Vinny just said. Like, it's a really good idea to do the in-demand, like the store. Like, it works for him, but for somebody like me, it wouldn't work. As soon as you're international, they charge you $25 every transfer. So if you sell 1 book, they take 25 plus the thing on it.
Lefty Sock is asking amazing questions. Lefty Sock, it depends on, I'm looking at Lefty Sock, those eyes are really looking like boring into my eyes. I feel a connection with Lefty Sock. I don't know what it is. But to answer your question, do the books ship out right away? Well, to answer your question, it actually depends on the project. For example, Phil, that young fellow who just jumped in, who's on camera, he publishes a book called Magic Cop. I mean, so many different kinds of projects by so many different creative people. Magic Cop is printed. That book exists. My book, College of the Dead, just we're showing off, my book exists as well. But in my campaign, we're offering the second book as well. My second book isn't going to ship till June, so I'm shipping those together if people get them together in June. But Magic Cop, for example, is ready right now and is going to ship to anyone who gets it from the link immediately when you order, or within, you know, the next week to 10 days, right, Phil?
that's correct. Yeah,
We're shipping right away. Phil's always eating something. Yep.
that's
Go ahead, Phil.
The difference between you, Adam, and like my campaign run is, and this is a great thing for new creators using crowdfunding. It's like any other crowdfunding platform. The reason you go to crowdfunding is for smaller creators to get, like, for lack of a better term, kickstart on their project. So you get the money up front, and then you can start working on your project and paying artists and stuff like that. Are doing now is getting the book done first, so when your campaign's over, you could directly launch and ship out your stuff. So like Adam was saying, it depends on the creator and the book, but
Right.
Most of the time you'll be informed that information by the campaign page.
Right. If you look at the tiers that you purchase, it usually says when the books should be delivered or whatnot.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you could also look at the updates on people's campaigns. Because like mine, for example, City of Venus, with the Volume 2 art book, these are available now. They've been shipping out. I've fulfilled pretty much everybody already. And again, if I get like sales throughout the week or whatnot, I put them in the post right away. So that's what happens. But something like my current one, I had just finished getting fulfilled pretty much. So I put it in demand, and I had just like put out updates again that I'm going to be printing in the start of April. So I have like a proof copy of the newest book, hardcover. You can't beat hardcover. With one of my bonus items, I already got printed as well. So yeah, that's what I mean. It's all different, but yet I have another project I'm currently working on that it's not going to be ready until later on. So I won't even launch until like I have a project that's closer to being done, because that's just how I operate. Other people, again, since they have bigger creative teams, I'm pretty much by myself, or I have help from a writer. But other than that, I'm doing everything, all the art chores. So I know what my schedule is going to be like, and if it's too long of a wait, I don't want to launch a campaign until the book is pretty much ready to go, so that you guys don't have to wait that long. But that's how I operate. Other people are all different. So yeah, it's good to ask questions too. If you see a campaign you really like, you could contact the person who's running it, and they should be pretty quick to answer you.
Yeah, and usually they will list in the campaign. It'll say like when something is shipping. It'll say, okay, well, scheduled to ship June of 2020, or some of them could be further in advance, like shipping in 2021, if not much of the project is done yet. But you'll see that before you would go to buy something, and it kind of says usually when it's going to ship.
Right.
Which is pretty damn interesting. So Phil, what's up in the world? Oh, you're still eating, Phil?
I'm good, brother.
All right, what's up in the world of Magic Cop, man? I saw you cutting stuff today. What were you cutting today?
Yeah, I had brought, since Chicago's now on lockdown, I brought a bunch of the prints that we have to send out, because sometimes we had free promotional prints if you bought at a certain time when I was on stream. People were able to get those, or the naughty prints that we have, which is it's the nude covers of them. So we brought the whole roll from our printer home, because my company has a printer as well, and all the cutters and stuff, so we wouldn't have to go anywhere. And we were just sitting watching Todd McFarlane's Spawn series, HBO series. And my brother and I were cutting a bunch of stuff, and they're all laid out on the tables downstairs. We're going to start packing them up tomorrow.
Oh, really cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's awesome.
Is the post office still open? Are you allowed to mail things out?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the post office is essential government stuff. But I could run and go get some of the prints, bring them back up, and show you guys while you guys talk.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, my postman, ironically, he goes, it goes to be just us and the roaches. It could be the end of the apocalypse. They're still going to be open.
Oh, your post office?
Yeah, that's what the guy said.
Oh, really? Could be the end of the apocalypse. They're not closing now.
He said hospitals will close before they do.
Really? I don't know though. Have you been going to the post office? Are you like, I don't have anything to ship out. A friend of mine had a box of like some whatever. I don't know what the heck he had sent to my house, but he's like, hey, can I have this sent to my house? Maybe he doesn't want his wife to see it. I don't know what it is. So he had it sent to and he's like, hey, could you remail that? I'm kind of like, you know what? I don't know. Did they like really do a good job in the post office to make sure there's not like danger, germs and stuff all over the place?
When I went, they had tape on the floor,
Oh,
and yeah, like every couple of feet, and that's where you're supposed to stop and wait. It was pretty slow from when I was there, but it was kind of steady.
yeah.
There were more people coming, but yeah, and they have Purell, little stands with Purell, like
Oh, really? So they had like social distancing inside the post office?
Yeah, a bit. But yeah, I didn't see any mess. Yeah.
That's not like a time where it's like, listen, I'm not going to be, I'm not doing you any favors right now to be mailing boxes out with, come on, man.
Yeah, because
So
the last
ridiculous.
time was 2 days ago, I think. Yeah, 2 days ago was the last time I went out.
Yeah. Well, it's good to stock up and be ahead of things. Replicator has a cool story about pandemics. Just weird how that worked out. Really weird how that worked out. He did pretty good in his campaign.
Oh, dude.
So, Vinny, you're still doing City of Venus. Just keeps rolling. Let's just talk about City of Venus for a minute.
Sure,
If
man.
it's all right with you. Oh, Phil, did you get your prints as well?
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff.
All right, so let's hit up City of Venus. Check it out. First, I want to just. All right, I need to move this over to here. Hold on 1 second with this high tech stuff.
You could do it, Adam.
I
Yeah,
know.
Vinny's awesome at always doing those posts with multiple books that he's promoting. Taking
Yeah,
some
nobody
tips from
does that like you do, Vinny.
Yeah.
The way that you're like, all right, I'm going to have like 6 things going on at once.
Yeah.
And this, but it's never overdone. It's always just like an incredible balance. We all learn from each other. It's great.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I try to do my best. I try to to pull up a lot of people's campaigns beforehand, or if I anticipate like they might pop on, or I'll just grab campaigns that I know aren't really moving all that well, and just give them another little spotlight because I know that they're good creators.
It always helps, and you can always like. I was just doing a video before, and I realized, hey, wait a minute. I always promote my own campaigns in my video, which is fine, but I could easily promote Eric. Eric and I were just talking before.
Right.
It's the Spotsman colorist guy.
Also tell the same thing to artists. Like instead of doing your warm up sketches about Batman, Spider-Man, or a thing, just do CG characters and use that as fan art to help promote.
Yeah, for sure. Hail the Scotsman.
That's a really good idea.
Up,
hey, we were just talking about City of Venus. Not that no one else has talked about this book before, but this is going a while and it's really successful.
Yeah, and I'm really, really grateful for that as well. Because if you saw, like, when it officially, I guess, closed, the main 60 days, it was around a little over $9,000.
Yeah.
Now we're up to 17, which is fantastic. I even went back to print on this one. So yeah, the support's been amazing, and it's kind of, again, ironic of the situation that's going on now. The main idea of this story, I mean, it's a post-apocalyptic one. It's set into the future. But it's about like the people in control, the people who kind of rule the world, what they would do, right, with this power, that they'd want to separate themselves from everyone else. Like the whole world is pretty much like, void of power, technology, and then it's pretty much destroyed. That's why, I mean, it is Dead City for that reason. But also the people that are kind of roaming around there are failed experiments from that floating city. Because their main purpose, their guys, is they want to prolong their lives. They want to live forever. It's like the sickness of those people who are in that position of power. They want to stay there. They want to do their own thing. They don't care about anybody else. So and then enter my character, who isn't exactly from here. But yeah, like I'm gonna be exploring more of the backstory and stuff on the main character. On issue 2, this story has been in the works for a very long time. So like I do have a lot of key elements and stuff that it's been so hard to talk about on this project.
Yeah,
this issue is pretty much an introduction to the world, the rules of the world, and the characters. So it's just going to keep going, getting bigger and bigger as each issue comes out.
Very cool, Vin.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you got a lot of art, a lot of promo.
Yeah. And all my books from here on out, I mean, they're going to be a minimum of 40 to 50 pages.
Excellent.
So,
well worth it.
Thanks, man.
That's awesome.
And then you have your art books here as well, your pinup books.
Yeah, I have. There's an exclusive I held up before, was the volume 2. That's an exclusive to this campaign, and I think I'm going to be closing out my the volume 1 campaign, and I might be moving it over to this one, so that
Cool, man.
it's easier to find, and it's going to be easier for me once I start fulfilling on Through the Woods, because to keep an eye on 3 campaigns is going to be a little difficult.
Yeah, you kind of warned me about that because you're like, listen, if you're running multiple campaigns, if you keep a few things open, it seems like a great idea at the time,
Yeah.
but just watch out because it could be getting confusing. You know what's funny is I've been scrolling through City of Venus, but on the wrong tab. So I've been going up and down on the book and like looking at
Yeah.
the art and like here I am looking at it. You're talking. It's great for me, but I wanted everybody else to get to see
What
it.
a boomer.
Yeah, exactly.
They like
Boomer privilege, baby. Boomer privilege. Loving it.
It's called comedy.
Yeah. Lefty Sock. I'm glad you're still here. I'm like, oh my God, Lefty hasn't said anything lately. So the better books have more backers or have higher dollars raised. I'm trying to understand. Lefty, it's so funny. Look at Lefty. Is it just me or is it Lefty? Like, that's a really interesting picture. I think it is just me. Something's deeply not so right. So many books. Okay, wait. So many books, it's hard to understand what you're going to get. All right, that's fair. I go to the comic store on Wednesdays. I always know what I'm getting before I buy it. Is there something to bridge the gap? This should be the Lefty Sock Show, honestly.
Well,
Technically,
I mean,
that's what they have in mind for CG only. Technically, it's in one place you can find all the books related there and comments.
Well, Lefty, the deal of it is first of all, the books are a little more expensive, than they would typically be in a comic store. And usually it's because there are more pages. And it's also because there are less of them made, getting them directly from the creator. But
they're usually in a premium format as well. Like the
Yeah.
one that I pulled up, City of Venus included, it has the highest quality paper, like the thickest stock. The cover alone is almost like cardboard with a gloss finish.
Yeah.
Pages inside, Marvel, DC cannot compete.
It's like buying an European comic in American format.
Right, and that's what, like, in the hardcover, that's an oversized book, which is like almost 9 by 12 inches. And again, that's 100 pages altogether. Like, if you found that in a store, it would be a minimum of like $50.
Right.
Yeah.
The only way to find that stuff out is to, like, if something piques your interest, you go to that campaign page and all the information's there. If it's a well-made, put together campaign page, you should be able to see a good amount of pages without giving spoilers away, and the story write up and all that good stuff.
And exactly.
Like Magic Cop.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Well,
generally speaking, the better books, the more successful ones, or you have like more and more backers, usually those are the books that are they've had more success. But some of the success of the book is just people getting to know who that creator is. Some of the most popular creators have not done as well as even some of the smaller independent creators. But it's also about like what you like. Like I do zombie stuff, and I'm doing other stuff as well in the future. But right now it's just zombie stuff. So there are people that are like, Adam, you're really cool. I love zombies. I want to buy your book. Some people are like, Adam, you're really cool, but I don't like zombies. I don't want to see any of that zombie stuff. So let me know when you do something that's not zombies.
Mhm.
And, so they follow the channel. They know I'm going to do that. But, you see what's of interest to you. Like Vinny's book is a science fiction book. And Simon's book, let me put Simon's book on here. And all the links are in those in the chats, to kind of check out at your own. A lot of us have promo videos too, so you can
Yeah,
kind of see what
as
they
you
are.
pull it up, like I want to talk about that a little bit as well. Yeah, it's not so much better books have raised more money. It's like Adam was saying as well, though. It's the eyes on a campaign. It's because we're using a lot of social media as well, in connection with Indiegogo. So and a lot of us are we've been around here for around a year or so. There are other big campaigns, like monster campaigns, that have either started CG or they've been around since the beginning. But again, yeah, it depends on what the genre is, for sure. Like I've had those 4 other campaigns. The first go around for Through the Woods, I barely did anything. I got like $3,300 on 3 floppies. But as I grew, I get some popularity throughout this community. people were demanding, they wanted Through the Woods again, because it had closed out. And, now it's doing amazing. I'm getting closer to 30K. And it had nothing to do with the quality of the book, because it's the same artwork, same story. I just put it all together now, and people are more aware of me and my artwork. So that's the thing. And like some of these guys here as well, like I know Phil, it took a little bit of a while to start to get his numbers up, but he was making the rounds. He was going to all these different live streams as well. And we've been, retweeting and promoting each other. So his numbers are going up as well. Same with Sim. Sim was in my shoes as well. His first go around he didn't hit the numbers he wanted, and he relaunched it on the second time around. People were more familiar with him, and it's doing great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Blood Hunt, and Blood Hunt is a vampire assassin mercenary.
Yes, he's not a vampire hunter. He doesn't hunt vampires. He's a monster for hire.
Monster for hire. I like that. He does monster stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's more to it. But, if you're into that sort of thing, then it's like, okay, that's really, really cool. But if you're the kind of person that's like, no, I'm not really interested in that kind of thing, then there's almost, unless you love Simon, you get to, and you might love Simon because he's very cool. He's on a lot of
What's not to
YouTube
love?
shows.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah.
It's easy.
know.
Exactly. But, you might like that. Or this is one of our new ones, Blade Devil.
Yep, from Raging Golden Eagle.
Guy, his name is Raging Golden Eagle. He has a really successful YouTube channel. This one's anime, and very cool looking.
Mhm.
And he has a lot of subscribers on YouTube, so a lot of people know who he is. He's like 63,000 subscribers, and he's up to $103,000 on his project.
Yeah.
And different, some projects might do $3,000, some projects might do $300,000. It just depends on the creator's ability, like what their budget is to be able to produce it.
Yeah.
But when they set a goal, a creator sets a goal of might be as little as $500, could be as much as $10,000. If they don't hit their goal, or if it looks like they're not going to hit their goal, then they would struggle with being able to produce the comic. But anytime you see that they have 100% success on raising the money for their goal, then you know that, okay, you're very likely that they're not going to have problems getting it to you.
Right.
Or someone like Vinny that's had a reputation for doing several of them, or even you could look at their prior campaigns.
Mhm.
This guy, Raging Golden Eagle, only had one campaign prior, but he's a very well-known guy, and he's been very successful, and there's no doubt he's going to be able to ship what he's doing. And again, my Twitter account is at Comics We Love. If you ever want to ask me questions on Twitter, you can always hit me up. It's fun to get to talk to someone that isn't familiar with Comicsgate but does like comics, so we can kind of like tell someone else about what we're doing. Since we were talking about Xenotype before, and we have the Xenotype, the colorist, let's go ahead and take a look at Xenotype real quick.
How would you know that?
I have connections. I have connections.
Green, brother.
Always be branding. Always be branding.
I like that. Yeah.
So, Scotsman, can you tell us what Xenotype is?
Yeah, it's a dark science fiction manga. It's heavy on action, heavy on violence. It's a story of a nerdy comic book artist who discovers the world around him is run by monsters, Black Diamond Corporation. And there's a lot of high-level concepts in there that you'll discover along the way. But I absolutely love it. It's been an amazing journey to color. It's drawn by a 19-year-old Greek gentleman named Odysseus, and this kid's talent is well beyond his years. And he's going to be one of the best mangakas in the world, coming very soon once this really breaks out.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
look at that. That's awesome.
We got some
Wow.
colored pages. I did some side-by-sides for Liam that are down below that that he's added in.
Yeah, you're looking.
Yeah, if you can scroll past it.
I scrolled past it.
No,
No, you
keep going.
keep scrolling down.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the great thing about Comicsgate is the
Oh,
crazy
wow.
different styles we have in here, different stories,
Mhm.
different art styles.
Mhm.
You look at two comics and no two comics are the same.
And sometimes we mix and match and play along.
Right.
Yep.
Those are cool.
And these are the early pages. These are when Odie was still kind of settling into drawing the characters,
Mhm.
and I was developing a coloring style to match because he uses a lot of screen tone, and I get those files flattened with screen tone in place.
Right.
So I had to develop an entire coloring style to kind of to work with his art, and I don't want to overtake it. I just want to bring out the characters and push it forward.
Yeah, that's
And,
hard. That's hard
well,
with grayscale.
It's
It is.
been very challenging. I use a lot of color holds in order to separate the background from the foreground. But like I said, these are the earlier pages. The latter pages we really have gelled together. And if you scroll down even further, there's a crop of another image, a very bloody, violent image. It's been sent around a little bit further, right below this next one.
We'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. We're getting there.
Yeah, it's just below.
Hold on, young fella. We're getting there. Oh,
there it is.
It is violent.
Yeah. So there's a lot of over ink coloring. I color on top of the inks a lot in order to add the blood in because it's all black.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And,
oh, okay. Now I understand what my colorist was telling me about that.
Thanks for teaching me the trick, Scottman.
There you go.
That sounds a little suspicious, but it's
Tim and I, we hang out
trick.
quite a lot. We hang out quite a lot in Discord and talk about coloring and technique and share screenshots of each other's work, and try to collaborate as much as we can.
How long does it take you to color a page?
It depends. It really depends. Like these earlier pages, they were probably about 8-9 hours because I flat my own work. Actually, until recently, we've brought on a flatter, but
a young gentleman with a funny name. Yes, but someone who's a captain in the military, I think.
Exactly.
Okay.
But all the early pages, I flatted all these myself, so they were between 8 and 10 hours total, and
really
some of
nice.
the pages are like between 16 and 20 hours. The longest one was like 22 hours. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
That's what you got to put the time in.
For sure.
That's beautiful. So this is not a typical comic you'd find in a comic store.
No, it's offered in both full black and white tankobon format, which you would get kind of the Japanese style, and then American Western style, fully colored. Because our audience is more receptive to full color. So both of those options are available. And the gold version is the full color. And the gold version is sold the most, by the way. I'm not gonna,
Ooh, okay.
So how many pages are you doing in color? Is the whole thing in color? I always get confused by this. I don't know why I can't.
Oh, sweet Lord, Adam, it's
There's one black and white
pages.
and one color.
200 pages.
Yeah, there's two versions. One's going to be colored, or you can get it not colored.
Yeah, if you get the silver, anything that's silver edition, you get the black and white. If you get the gold edition, it's the colored edition, and later on, the later one, you could get both bags.
Platinum. Platinum is gold.
Yeah. You know what? The answer is usually just get the most expensive one.
Right.
I don't know. Then it's probably going to be color. It's in the description. I just can't. I can't seem to sort them out. But you also have Phil, and I'm dying to talk about Magic Hop because this is
sweet. You got it printed. It's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, it's printed. Everything's printed. Is there any other print?
He printed the fan art I did for the.
Yeah.
And he's showing it on this bit.
We got a bunch of prints.
Let's just see it just for the heck of it.
Yeah, hold up again.
Sim did this awesome piece that we put out for.
Oh yeah, I've seen that around.
Yeah, when I was campaigning early on, I'd go on streams, and if people backed while I was on a stream, they'd get this print for free, and then this one Vic King did. We got that one colored up.
Who colored that one?
My boy that colored the book, Eugene.
Nice.
Eugene Bativu. Yeah, he colored this. Beautiful. I colored everything. He colored this Door Kickers Magic Cop prints that people are getting for free if you back both books. And then we have all these. If you got the posters, and these are our bigger cover sized.
Those are nice
posters that are.
Are they 11/17?
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Respect the green boobs, man.
yeah, for sure. So these are, if you guys back, if they're still available, the naughty prints. These will be uncensored. We have uncensored naughty versions of these covers. So this knife won't be there. You'll get mermaid boob shots. And then this one was a special for our mailing list backers. If they did a special tier, they get their members only print.
Very cool.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah, the members only jacket with the with the print. Oh, really cool. Because this is an '80s sort of Miami Vice with magic. Is that fair to say?
Oh yeah, man, for sure. Yeah, we have that right in the description. Yeah, we are.
Probably said that to me like 50 times. But oh yeah, there it is. Miami Vice with magic, and with the magic and monsters of Halloween Town.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you guys are a fan of that movie series, Miami Vice, the '80s, Universal Monsters, we have all that stuff going on here. It's basically the story of a wizard cop and his Wolfman partner who's on the verge of retirement. They have other people on the team, are a sexy witch named Helly and a half giant, half leprechaun O'Hara, as they track down the murder of a mermaid prostitute.
Dude,
So
it sounds so much like a GTA add-on.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Vice City, man.
Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, yeah.
Yeah. No, we love that stuff, and I know it's something very different than anything else in comics right now, let alone in Comicsgate. But it's something that we came up with. Was originally going to be an arcade game, side-scrolling beat 'em up, and we decided the story was just expanding so quickly. Like, oh, we should make this into our comic. So
what is going on with this page? Is this 3D?
No, so actually that is how I came up with doing the flashbacks in this comic. So it's kind of
you were
like,
telling me about this. It's got a blurry effect.
You're separating the channels a little bit.
Yeah, so what we did is we separated the RGB on that to make it like blown out, and
one pixel left and one right.
Right, and then put in like the VCR, put in like the VCR wave lines and stuff. It looks crazy in print, man.
Okay,
it looks really cool printed.
Really cool. Congratulations.
Yeah.
God, that's such a brilliant thought. Because all the media we watched back then was recorded on crappy VHS tapes. You put in a tape and record a show, and then you watch it a bunch of times, and the quality degrades, and it has exactly that quality. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Lefty Sock in the chat asked naughty prints. Yeah, so each of the the chapters in my book has a chapter cover. So you can see here is a chapter cover, and if you get
just the print is a separate like 11 by 17 poster.
Right. So if you get the naughty prints, then these mermaids aren't going to be blacked out. They're going to be, swimming down here, and they're going to be naked. So you'll see their breasts, their bare breasts. And then the Lefty Sock also asked, are there mature comics? So yeah, this one has, blood in it. It's got, it's dealing with prostitution. There's no blatant, it's not pornographic at all. There's some nipple slips in it, but that's about it.
Very minor nudity.
Yeah, and there's a lot of bloody comics out there. Blood Hunt. There's a bunch of action and blood in it. Yeah, as you saw, there's a bunch of blood and
kind of like a PG-13 is about as rough as it gets.
Yeah, that would be a good assessment.
You could see one of the flashback pages. Cool stuff.
I love that. It's so great.
So it's really exciting, Phil.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Your brother must be thrilled too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
He's the artist, right?
Yeah.
So what is this sound effect? Can you make the sound effect or tell me what the sound effect is? Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I might have pronounced it differently, but I'm glad I had you do it. And there's the door kickers crossover, or are they? No, they're kicking in a door, but it's not door kickers.
Yeah, we used that one time as a little promotion thing because they're kicking down doors.
We put a lot of art in here.
Yeah, as we were going on. Oh, there's our blockhead also. Everybody that backs is going to get one of those. So here's the little sheet of it that you were sending with the books, and you cut them out and build your own Magic Hop blockhead.
I want one.
Yeah, you'll.
Man,
yeah,
I'm actually kind of jealous. That's a lot of value, man.
Yeah, a
That's
lot
cute.
of bang for your buck.
Very
Even the
cute.
digital guys will send them the PDF if they back digitally. So it's gonna be
Nice.
good.
Yeah, that's what you were cutting up.
Yeah, that's the video I put up today. I was cutting that guy up.
Very cool. Il Magico Unicorn. That's their car. Crossover.
Lefty Sock says
What does Lefty
I-
Sock say now? It's all about Lefty Sock.
they say I like nipples, but I love feet.
Well, you get to see some nipples and blood, Hunt.
Yeah, well, there's I'm showing there's a page right here where there's some feet on the page. If you
All
like
right.
werewolf feet, there's some werewolf feet.
No,
for you
I
right
don't know.
there.
That's what Lefty Sock was looking
It's
for.
yeah. But when Brandon was drawing this, it was kind of like that Quentin Tarantino inspired shot with the feet. So
Okay. That makes me want to mod Lefty Sock. Lefty Sock seems like they definitely belong hanging out with us.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
We're just about as nutty as Lefty Sock is.
I'm
All right.
about feet.
You could say that I'm all about feet. Interesting. Oh, that's right. Lefty Sock. I get it. Sock, feet. That actually makes sense.
Very good, Adam.
Yeah, took me a
All
little
right.
bit, but
Well, I'm trying not to
Man.
think too deeply about it. I'm just trying to be friendly, because God knows what Lefty Sock is doing. They could have like human feet in the freezer or something like that. You know what I mean? We could be like aiding and abetting somehow. But
Maybe
Lefty
he has some
Sock,
feet in that fridge.
it's possible. Do we have any stories about feet, particularly?
um,
And we try to help customers out where we can. Vinny, I want you to tell us about Through the Woods, and then you have to. It's very important.
Okay,
Nice
but
segue.
you have to run that video about Kelsey Shannon though.
You have to do that, but yeah, there's
There's no feet involved in that.
Well, hold
no,
on.
but there's something else though. It's all about the caboose.
But let me finish. Yes, there are feet in Through the Woods. There is a
All right.
sexy bed shot, and you see her nice legs and her feet. But yes, the main character is an investigative reporter named Laura Langley. She inherits this property in upstate New York, and she finds out that it was actually a lumberjack camp about 100 years in the past, and there was a very horrible and tragic event that went down.
Did you say you said a lumberjack camp?
Is that what
Yeah.
it said?
Yeah. Was there a lot of lumberjack? Was that? All right. It's interesting because as we're talking about our projects, guys, I'm hearing stuff that I did not know before. Like I didn't know that thing about Xenotype. I didn't know about the feet in Magic Cop.
yeah.
And I didn't know about a lumberjack. All right. Sorry to interrupt, Vinny. Again,
Breaking news.
It's all right, man.
But you did know there was you could see boobs and right?
and Blood Hunt. Yeah.
Yeah, that I knew about.
Okay.
There's boobs and blood hunt, but no feet in blood hunt, unfortunately. Unless we could add them. There's still time.
Yes, I mean maybe I'll create a tier if somebody's interested.
All right, we'll talk about it.
Like you should. So, yes, this story it is a ghost story. She finds out that her property is haunted, and she kind of accidentally reawakens a restless spirit. And so she's caught in the middle of a ghost story, and you find out the tragic events that went down on this land. But yeah, I mean, the whole story is contained. We have the beginning, middle, and end. This is all, I guess you could say volume 1, because we are kicking around an idea for a second series.
Very cool.
But yeah, you're gonna be very satisfied with the ending on this book. That's for sure. But yeah, I have flashbacks to 100 years in the past, so you see what went down. You know more about the other characters that are inhabiting this book, and but yeah, you're really gonna enjoy it. I put some cheesecake as Adam scrolled past, so it's kind of like your kind of horror and ghost stories. You have to have a little bit of cheesecake because if it's all just horror and stuff like that, it's going to be too much. You need to break that up. You need to have a good rhythm, and the storytelling. This book is paced very nicely, so yeah, you'll enjoy it a lot.
And Vinny, this is the book. This is going to be the bookmark, right?
Yeah, that's the bookmark I held up before.
Does everybody get the bookmark?
Yeah, everybody gets it, and everybody gets a surprise gift on top of it. It's only it was the initial backers, the first 60-day backers, who got a bonus gift, which is going to be the ash can. It's going to have other artists from CG in it who are part of the drawing competition. So yeah, that's a very special gift, and I wanted to do that for my early backers as a thank you.
Fantastic.
So there's about 500, around 500 of them who are getting that.
Look at that guy's eyes. Scary.
Yeah.
I like it.
He's beefy.
Beefy.
Yeah,
How
he
many
is
people get the ash can? I mean, the ash can.
Well, about 500. The cutoff was on the 19th of this month, so it was just a couple of days ago.
How many backers does this thing have? Good God, 511. Congratulations. So 505 backers were in on that campaign.
Right.
Very cool.
Refreshing.
Yeah, this is your
Okay.
biggest campaign so far, right, Finn?
Yeah, fastest growing. That's for sure.
Excellent. And the biggest total so far.
Yeah. It's been
Many
great.
more to come. Many more to come. Very good.
It's because Vinny's been
Excellent.
showing that face cam lately. He's been coming out,
Yeah,
in,
absolutely.
flashing
I
that
poked my
mug.
head up. I poked my head up before, but I'm putting together the ash can right now. I'm getting close to finishing it. So
Lefty
I'm
saw
trying to-
socks.
yeah, it sucks.
Captain Love does have nipples and feet. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, yeah for sure.
Yep. I got the
Hail
book
Drew.
right here.
Wait, I
Well,
did
Drew.
know I knew about the nipples, but I didn't know about the feet.
There's a couple of spicy pages in there.
Yeah, there are
So, yeah.
definitely some spicy pages in there.
So the lefty sock, you're gonna like that.
Drew, can you post the link, please, just to make sure we don't miss it in the chat? Well, we can do a quick run through as well on Captain Love, of course. And that book's already in print, so that one ships immediately,
And a
Yes.
sequel is coming very soon.
very soon. And if
Yeah,
you
guys.
like feet,
But I'm gonna have to go because I have a meeting.
All
All
right.
right, brother.
I'll catch you later, man. Be good.
It was
soon.
really fun being here, and as always, guys, talk to you all later.
Thanks,
got
Sim,
it, brother.
for the test. Tell everybody we said hi.
See you soon.
Steve died. Get in here, Sim. We'll see. Captain Love is a space trucker and a former war hero, accompanied by a rogue artificial intelligence named Spade. He reluctantly finds himself on an adventure that could affect the course of the solar system, and probably will. Yeah, this is done by an artist from Italy, I believe.
Yeah,
and
Alia.
yeah, he's really, really good. Really a top professional artist. The whole book is done.
Got
This
action, sexiness,
there's the sexiness and
space
the action.
trucking.
Coloring is great too. Really interesting. Yeah, violence. Definitely feet, guaranteed feet.
Yeah, Drew delivers. He's has a plan to put out more in this series. He's a promoter. He supports CG.
Yeah, big time.
Good guy. He's got a long braided ponytail.
Okay.
I don't know if I've ever seen his ponytail.
Eh,
All right, I
Yeah.
believe you. I
Yeah.
believe you. He can show us tomorrow. All you need is love. Get it? Captain Love. Yeah.
yeah, and it comes
Great
with
guy
trading
and-
cards as well, which is cool.
Yeah, the trading cards are very cool. Everything he's doing is very cool. And he's just plugging away, offering his book, getting on shows, promoting other people. He's a great guy and a big promoter of Comicsgate. All right, we're going to check out my campaign. We haven't checked this one out yet. College of the Dead, the zombie apocalypse sequel to College of the Dead 1.
How much does that cost you, by the way?
Which one?
An arm and a leg.
Oh my!
Ah, that's right. College of the Dead graduation day, where college costs you an arm and a leg.
Tried to set that one up. Thought you were gonna smash it, but
Oh my!
Yeah, maybe next time.
Forgot
Maybe
it.
next time. This one's an ongoing zombie apocalypse series. I published this one. And it's got 3 different covers. And it's a story about college students and a couple of professors surviving a zombie apocalypse attack on their college campus.
Yes.
And not everybody survives, but characters do continue from the first book to the second book. And you get to see what was going on with some of the characters right before the zombies started to attack. And then there's kind of dealing with issues that happened before the attack and issues after the attack. For example, this character, Brendan, who's the main character of this one, Graduation Day, he's remembering a girl that he was fooling around with when they were drinking at a party right before the zombie apocalypse. The girl had ran off, and he was kind of surprised. He's like, hey, what was going on here? I didn't think anything crazy was happening, but she got kind of confused and ran off, and he went to go run after her, ran right into like a pack of zombies. So Brendan survives, but then he spends the entire length of the whole issue trying to survive, but also find her and talk to her and kind of figure things out with her. He doesn't want to be responsible for her running off and dying either. So it's really cool story. You can really appreciate the characters and the hard work that went into it. And these are covers. We did 3 different covers that are really amazing. What were you going to say, man?
Oh, I was going to say, zombie, media, zombie films are always, for me, the best part of them is the kills, like killing the zombies. What are some of the weapons that we're going to be seeing used in College of the Dead to take these zombies out?
Darn good question. Well, Brendan, like me, loves hammers. He's a hammer man. It's hammer time when you meet up with Brandon. I'm going to start doing these live streams with a hammer next to me too, I think. So I can.
That's good. Just like Gina. Remember when Gina had the hammer?
No.
On the war campaign? Yeah, you should.
That's a little scary.
You should ask Gina about that. That was good.
Okay. Gina's probably got a good recommendation on a hammer.
Yeah.
But we're kind of famous for using guitars to kill zombies, smashing them in the head.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah, sort of unusual, and it's sort of our signature now. You got to have that. And then smash them in the head with rocks.
Nice.
Sometimes people get delusional and they think that like this professor's delusional. He thinks that he's being rescued, but he can't accept what's going on, and a zombie's eating his freaking face. So that's zombie stuff. It's really great. See, this is another guy where it costs him an arm. What's he going to do?
You got a discount.
College is expensive. And that's a preview of like 5 pages that are in it. My book's completely done. We're just collecting the orders, getting ready to print. We're going to ship everything in June 2020. And the campaign's been doing really well. It's doing better than the first campaign. We're doing more now in sales right now than we did in 8 months of the other campaign. And that's in 2 weeks. So it's pretty great.
Awesome.
It's pretty great. I'm really happy with it. And so the support of the other creators. So that was actually the whole purpose of this stream, was to talk a little bit about how we support each other and how we feel it's important and all that. And then we just got to meet Lefty Sock, and that really just changed our plans, but it was well worth it.
I would say it changed our lives, Adam.
It did, but you don't meet socks every day, particularly not left ones.
Mm-hmm.
And to quote another creator formerly of Comicsgate, that is the power of Comicsgate.
Oh, Lefty Sock is meeting up with Drew.
That is the power of Comicsgate.
All right, so Feet and Sex. I like the name Love. This is a little magic going on between Captain Love and Lefty Sock. We might have made a connection. It's possible. These are 2 really great people, obviously, and who knows what could happen. Anything could happen when you meet in a live chat. If you add salt to sweets, they get tastier. All sugar is just too one-dimensional. That's good to know. And what about, someone's asking about Orgasm Girl? It's a little odd, that book. I don't know. I don't know that person. It's a little odd. So
I found another foot in Magic Cop. If you see right here, it's a little warped foot on the VHS line. So there's
VHS. Ooh.
Yeah.
How the heck did we ever put up with those VHS? Did you have VHS when you didn't have VHS, did you, Phil?
I'm 12 years old, so.
Yeah, you are 12 years old. Good point.
No, yeah, I had VHS. I still have a bunch.
Why aren't we promoting the new Warriors? No, that's a comic I can't wait to see. That's a good question. We actually started off talking about that sort of thing. Where Comicsgate people promote Comicsgate projects. We're all about promoting each other, and Marvel doesn't promote our projects. So we don't promote Marvel's projects, and we don't mind if they want to make weird projects that don't have enough feet in them, then they will fail. They will not have Lefty Sock's business. But we will show feet in all of our books, and we will get all the Lefty Sock money. That's our agenda. I hope that makes sense to you, Lefty Sock, and I hope you are appreciating this sort of attention. Probably a good thing.
Well, what about the righty sock? Do you get their money too?
That's tomorrow. Tonight
Yeah,
was Lefty Sox night.
That's
And
like left Twix, right Twix, right?
Exactly.
That's right.
Zaid, Lefty Sock, give Zaid Comics $1, please, if you would. 'Cause I've
We
given
are
this
one.
guy too much money already.
We are $1 away.
$1 away from breaking 8.5 thousand. You will. You will.
Hope so, brother.
All in time. All in time. To crossover New Water, Safe Space. Yeah, they are really. It's very strange what Marvel is doing, but they have their reasons. They really do.
They're horrible reasons.
Yeah,
They,
they're pretty bad reasons. But
I
it just
they
makes it
see-
easy. Oh, sorry, go on.
no, you're going to say what we used to say, which is like, if your competitor is producing bad
Yeah,
comics,
exactly. Yeah,
then you have no excuse. Then
Yeah.
you produce good ones, and people will buy yours instead of theirs.
yeah. It just
As
makes
soon
it
as they
easy.
find out about them, why not? Just make good stuff. That's the secret. And who knows? But who knows what Lefty Sock? But Lefty Sock seems to be down with us because they seem to like our kind of interesting, different, independent
Yeah,
stuff.
feet comics is what we make here at Comicsgate. So
Lefty Sock seems like good people. So follow us on Twitter, Lefty Sock. Unexpected Geek Nemesis. I'm expecting you already follow us, but if not, you must follow us. Subscribe to this channel. Click the bell for notifications. Hunt up these great projects like Xenotype, projects like Blood Hunt, Phil's Magic Cop, and many more cool things to come from Phil.
oh yeah,
Vinny Art with like 16 different projects because he's got a million things going, but most importantly, Through the Woods, so you can get a hold of that hardcover. And also City of Venus, as we were talking about earlier, and the art books. Vinny has many, many, many books, beautiful books, ships them right away. And we will see you guys again soon. We'll do another stream soon. I just wanted to kind of get on for a quick one tonight, have a little fun with my Comicsgate friends here. And I didn't know that we would get to meet Lefty Sock, but it's been a pleasure, Lefty. We hope to see you again really soon. We'll keep you posted. But you've got to subscribe and click the bell for notifications and watch out for us.
That's right.
All right, everybody, have a great night. Drew, thanks for all the help today in the chat, too. It was really great. And great to see you, Unexpected Geek, and Peter, and all you other awesome people. Have a great night, you guys.